Found an enemy.
Target here.
Using the decoy escape. Reloading. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We wiped the squad.
Enemy here.
If you want tips, just give me a call. Getting shot at.
Oh! Oh my God! Dude, how did you do that? That's amazing!
No, it's magic.
My mind is like,
Would you like to see some more?
dude, I would love to see some more.
One in the chimney.
Reloading.
Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about Mirage. I'm going to talk about the recent buff they gave him. I'm going to talk about how viable I think he is as a legend in pubs and in ranked. And I'm going to try to give you some tips and tricks on how you can become a better Mirage if you're interested. If anybody's new here and isn't already subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing so you don't miss out on my next upload. And if you enjoy the video, please slap a like on it. Alright, so at the start of the season they buffed Mirage's decoys. They gave them 45 HP. So that when, enemies were shooting a decoy, the decoy didn't instantly disappear and give them the audio cue that they'd been bamboozled. But what they failed to do was give the decoys a hit marker. So now it really doesn't matter. I mean, even if it has 45 HP, if you shoot the decoy and you don't get a hit marker, signaling that it's not a real person, then you're not going to keep shooting the decoy most likely. So I think the buff was I think they kind of missed it. And I hope that they do consider adding hit markers to Mirage's decoys, because I think that would make him a little bit better of a magician. And I think it would bamboozle a lot more people on a variety of skill levels. I did recently read a Reddit post from a dev explaining that they're fine with some legends never being viable in the ALGS, which, as you guys know, is the competitive scene in Apex. So that tells me that Mirage probably isn't getting any reworks or probably no significant buffs at least in the near future. They're fine with Mirage just being who he is and kind of just being the trickster. The issue with Mirage is that he doesn't offer a lot of things for his team. The only couple things that I think are good for his team is the invisible revive and the potential to distract an enemy if Mirage is decloaked or something like that and they're in a close range fight. I mean, it's just kind of a quick distraction, but besides that, he offers nothing for his team. And so that is why you don't see a lot of Mirages in ranked, specifically high level ranked. And that's why you'll never see him in competitive. There are a bunch of other legends that fall in the similar category to Mirage where they're just probably never going to be viable in high level ranked and competitive. Rampart's one, Loba's another. Characters like that just don't really offer much for the team will kind of probably stay in that place. But we'll see though. Bloodhound went from being a pretty useless legend to being in the meta. So things can change. It just kind of depends on each legend's kit. Alright, so some tips and tricks. I really like using Mirage as a solo legend because it gives me the ability to confuse enemies quite often by sending out decoys and creating a distraction so that they're not really sure which one is me. Now, I think you definitely have to hit your shots if you're playing Mirage. I mean, that's a very obvious thing to say, but you can't really bank on enemies being distracted or confused or bamboozled for too long, especially if they're decent players. I like to use my decoys to close the space in between the gap of me and my enemy. It can create distractions and help me get closer to my enemy, which can help me win more fights if I have like a shotgun or a close range weapon. I also like to use my decoy to have them shoot it, and then it kind of gives away the angles or positioning that they have, like you just saw in this clip. Having them shoot your decoy is a telltale sign of where they are, but then you also have to consider that they know that you're obviously not the decoy now, so you have to plan to adapt to your own position as well. I like to use Mirage's ultimate when I feel like I'm going against a 1v2 or a 1v3 situation so that my decoys can potentially distract one or two of the enemies and I can try to focus on having a 1v1. There's another good way to use it where if you have to transition in an open space, decloaking and using the ultimate can buy you some time and get you to a better position. That's one of the main reasons I like that. It's kind of like a sneak attack, especially if you have to move up close on somebody. Decloaking, creating a distraction, having the enemies kind of be like, whoa, where are they? Which one is he? And then striking on your enemy or repositioning. He's not like a mobility legend, but you can use the ultimate in a similar way, if that makes sense. So Mirage gets his ultimate and his tactical very quickly. There's such a small cooldown on it, so I just recommend spamming them whenever you have them. Mirage is like not a complex legend at all, so I'm kind of even struggling making this video, but I just really wanted you guys to see that he is a really fun and viable legend in pubs. If you're really not sure like how to get better with him, just watch gameplay of him and watch people who are good with him, because it's not really something like super complex like some of the other legends. You just spam decoys and hit the life of the party and hit your shots, and you'll have a good time with Mirage. I want to know what you guys would like to see me do for my next few videos. I have a couple things in the making, so it won't be like the next video exactly, or the one after that probably, but I'm curious to know what you guys would like to see me do. So leave something in the comments, let me know what sort of video you'd like to see me do next. And if you aren't subscribed, hit that sub button, please. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.
You know what? This is enough magic.
Hey, it's not magic. It's a crime.
Ah! What the? Where'd it go? That mother.